Hey, it's Wendy. We are here at State Farm Arena. I almost said the old name. They just recently changed this. Alt 1057 Bandito Radio with 21 Pilots.
Hello.
It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit.
It has been a bit. So I'm glad to hear that you didn't get stitches. I think maybe you should have gotten stitches on your head, but let's just hope everything goes swell tonight.
I'm a little dumber now.
No. All right. So look, I want to dive into this.
He wanted to say something.
I did want to say. I won't though.
Be nice. Be nice.
Yeah,
you have to spend a lot of time together. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
So I know the huge obsession with Will Smith. Okay.
I wouldn't say obsession. I would say, it's pretty normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'm at a loss on that. I do enjoy his work. I did notice Bad Boys 3. They're going to do.
I saw that.
You got to get a cameo. Make it happen.
They're shooting at my house.
That would be the twist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But okay. So look, I was listening to Morph. Does that not have a sample of Summertime?
No, not at all. No, it's just the ascending. That's just a production move. That's not any audio. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you serious?
We dove into all the
Because I was listening to it and I was like, "That's Summertime,"
No.
which is also cool in the gang. But
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not it.
that's not it.
No, not at all.
I'm
Why would I
totally
do
tripping
that?
out on that
Yeah.
because you like Will Smith.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
See, that's why I was like, I think they dropped something in there.
No.
Okay, so moving on into the album. So I did a little investigation on Nicholas Bourbaki, which, now correct me if I'm right on this, a secret society of French mathematicians.
So correct you if you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do then.
Am I right?
Yes.
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 Okay. All right. So I was
No
looking-
correction needed.
Okay. So this is
Yeah,
correct
hit me.
information. All right. So how far are you into a Wikipedia wormhole when you come across that? Because I've never heard of this group or any of this.
No, they named their group after Nicholas Bourbaki.
But there is no Nicholas Bourbaki, right?
They named their group after Blurryface.
Even though it was what, the 1930s?
30s, yep.
Okay. How did you come across this?
I don't. What do you mean? To come across
I mean,
them?
I had to do some research, and I was
Yeah.
like, who is Nicholas Bourbaki? And then I found out that there wasn't a Nicholas Bourbaki.
Right.
But, so that's all correct.
Yeah, they're just a group of mathematicians that named themselves after him.
Okay. So how does this translate to the whole Nico and the Niners then? Because there's 9 of them, right?
Yes. What do you mean?
I love that you're just like, yes.
Well, no, there's
maybe.
not 9. I don't think there are 9 people in the Bourbaki group.
There were 9 names.
Really?
There were 9 names.
I think that there was a roster
picture
that was
of like
always
6,
changing over.
but there were 9 names that were listed.
Okay. Here you go.
I
all
love that you
comes
guys are
together.
totally like steel wall on this. And you're like, yep, that's right. I'm not saying anything else. Okay, so fine. I'll just keep digging on that.
Keep going. Keep asking us.
Well, so how does it relate? How does
What
it
do you mean?
inspire the
It's-
music?
It's everything, and at the same time has nothing to do with it.
See, I'm not good at math. So this is difficult for me.
Math.
Because they're mathematicians,
Math
right?
has nothing to do with it.
But math has
and
everything
yet
to do with
it
music.
has everything
doesn't
to
it?
do with it.
I mean, it comes down to math, right?
There's some math inside of music, yes, but I would say I am not particularly strong at math, and I'd like to think that we've done all right with music. So I don't know if it totally correlates.
But it does.
You're saying that like when people write songs, they're doing math? Because I don't see that.
Sometimes. Depending if you're talking about a band called Mute Math, maybe.
That's true.
Which I want to get into that as well. That actually just transitioned beautifully.
Yeah.
You guys are a very sort of, it's an insular project with 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
But Paul Meany comes into the fold.
Yes.
Now, I know you guys toured with Mute Math. Did you did you know them before? I'm sure you knew about their music. How did that whole meeting happen?
We've been fans of Mute Math for a while, and of course, I mean, way before we were even, I think, playing music at that time. Yeah. And we'd been to shows, and then everything kind of took off for us, and we were in a position where we could kind of pick who we wanted to take out on tour with us.
Yeah.
And that was our first choice, and they obliged. And we got to know the guys, and turns out that they're fantastic people. And for me, I clicked with Paul just because he's always been very DIY with his records.
Yes.
All the way down to the mixing and mastering. And it's something that I wanted to learn about. So he was the guy that I rang up when I needed help kind of to put the finishing touches on, collecting all the drums, capturing drums, getting the right tones. So after I kind of like wrote all the songs and pieced kind of everything together, he came in and helped me make some sense of it, I guess.
What's the first track that you guys worked together on? Do you remember?
I don't remember the first one. I guess it would have been either Nico and the Niners or Jumpsuit.
Okay.
And those were, fully fleshed out songs on my end. Like I produced everything in my basement and then basically sent him the files for him to kind of just throw some ideas over top of. And I told him to just go crazy. And, out of the 10 to 15 ideas he'd throw on, there'd be one or two would be like, oh, that needs to stay. And when we transition into getting live drums, that's something that him and Darren, his drummer and his band, they've kind of perfected their own, like I said, DIY version of capturing drums that we wanted to learn and be a part of. And so that's where Paul really came in and helped with the organization because, however many takes Josh does, there's that many mics as well. So there's so many audio files coming in. And that's where I was able to kind of like load him with the burden of that organization and cutting drums when I could continue to write, continue to produce all the vocals and the song structures and all the lyrics and all the other audio. He was kind of cleaning up after me. So,
do you want to continue to work with Paul, or is that just something that happened within Trench, or is that something you're just interested
I don't know. I mean,
pursuing?
I can't see a reason why we wouldn't.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think that a record will always be a snapshot in time representing who we are in that moment. And that's why we're able to look back on our older records and not feel embarrassed or wish we could change anything about it because that's what they represent. They represent exactly what we were capable of at that time.
Right. And it's a constant evolution.
Right.
Last question I have for you. Like, first time I saw you guys, actually, we're coming up on, like, real close to the anniversary. It was in November of 2012. So if you could go back to those guys collectively, what do they need to know? What would you tell them?
2012 guys.
Or even earlier than that. But I remember you from 2012. It's the first time we met.
What would you say?
Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like
That's a good answer. I mean...
Didn't you... Okay, this is weird. Didn't you kind of wanted to get a tattoo on your chest?
And
now, if you were to do it, it'd be a much bigger deal.
Yeah, I think...
If you would have done it sooner, it would have been like a part of who you are at this point.
That's a good...
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
As you do get older, those things... And as the kind of the band got bigger, too, everything you do is a little bit bigger of a deal. So if I did just in 2012 or before just get a tattoo on my chest, then it would just... Yeah, it would
just bum your mom out, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. You move on.
Yeah. But she'd be fine now. But now... If I get one, then she's going to be bummed all over again.
You know what you could do? You could get a tattoo of chest hair. And so no one really, you ease into showing them that it's a tattoo.
After a couple years, I'll explain to them that it's been a chest tattoo the whole time.
The whole time.
That's why it's never moved.
Yeah. And
he's running. Wind is blowing, and yet it's just
right there.
Stays solid.
Yeah.
Jump into the ocean, doesn't change.
Yeah, nothing.
What about you?
Oh, okay.
your
Well, I thought
advice
of
for-
Josh's, so Josh, you think of mine.
I think Tyler would have started wearing hats earlier in his life.
I used to not be a hat guy.
Yeah,
Now I'm a
now
I'm
he
a
rocks
hat
the hats
guy.
strong.
So wear more hats.
And
I feel like I've had to prove myself as a hat guy because
but
it started out as not one.
it took a while. We had conversations too. I remember the first hat that I got, and I was like, I don't know. And then I just never took it off.
Now you're more confident.
We were all at the mall on a day off,
right.
and we went into like a, whatever store that had hats.
Haberdashery.
Yeah. I put on a hat and I was like, I'm gonna try it, and then he put on a hat, and you just gotta find the right one because we all laughed and
You
it
also
looked
have
like
to find the right look too, because this
Yeah.
isn't gonna work.
where do you put it on your head? Do you it's like are you a backwards hat guy
It
or
can't
like
be too
too
this.
low? Like
yeah.
you can't.
I didn't know
Is
that.
it flat build or do you kind of have like the thing?
I didn't know there were
and
so many equations for guys.
I think
Yeah.
it just took him a little bit longer to find his hat,
to settle in.
but I think he could have done it earlier.
Okay.
Thanks,
So-
man.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
So more hats and chest hair tattoos. I'm glad we got all the answers taken care of. I appreciate your time. We're really looking forward to the show. I've tried so hard not to look online and see people that have posted video and pictures and
Oh,
everything.
no spoilers.
So no, I don't want that. But again, it's so good to see you guys.
It's great to see you.
It's
Yeah.
it's awesome, and the album is really, it's something, man. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
it's special. Neon Gravestones. I just want to tell you, that's important. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. It means a lot.
We appreciate it here at State Farm Arena with 21 Pilots. Thanks for watching on Alt 105.7.